Hello! It's Thursday, the 17th of August. We are just leaving Inverness to head to Aberdeen. Jeff left his phone in the hotel.
Made it at 8:54 with 6 minutes before our train. I put my hand in my pocket to take a picture of the train. Who says that taking pictures of trains doesn't help? And I realised that my phone wasn't on me, so I ran back to the hotel. Went left key, left phone in room, need key. Ran up, grabbed my phone, got back. All with about 90 seconds to spare, and it's not raining. Forest station. See the digger over there? Building a new station. Yes, they are. Loads of history at Forest. Used to be able to get a train south from here, through Aviemore, where we're going tomorrow actually. There's an old heritage railway. But so that they can speed up services between Eldon and Inverness and a whole bunch of other things. They're building a brand new station here at Forest. Forest, everybody said, by the way, you need to get out there. It's the prettiest town in northern Scotland. But because of something called Barry Links, Balmossie and Golf Street later, there is sadly no time to stop at Forest today. But, new station coming to Forest. Just going to take you through our route. Our route today, we're on an Inverness to Aberdeen train. I think, Vicky, we're now into, in terms of like number of trains left, we're now into single digits. It's very simple. We go to Aberdeen, we change, we come down, weirdly we've got to change, we've got to pick up Stonehaven and Laurencekirk, which is slightly awkward, but they are easy peasy compared to, and this is it. And everybody from the start was like, how do you do Barry Links at Golf Street? The answer is by getting the very limited services that go there. There's a morning train, we missed that this morning. There's an evening train. I think it comes out of Glasgow Queen Street. It's going to Carnoustie this evening. We have to be on this train this evening. It stopped at the extremely awkward Balmossie, Barry Links and Golf Street. And these are the final awkward stations of the whole trip. And we'll end up the night in Perth.
The lovely Greg contacted us to say between Huntly and Inch, which we are now travelling along, is the last remaining section of telegraph poles on the rail network. They are currently being replaced by cabling at ground level, and so it's quite unique to see them.
Sun's come out, we're at Inch, waiting for the train to Inverness coming the other direction. So we're just standing here for a second. And if I've got time to get a shot from the footbridge. We made it to Aberdeen. Actually 2 minutes early. In fact, at a lot of the stops on the way down, the train sat because it said we've got here early. It seems there's a lot of slack in the timetable from Inverness down to Aberdeen. And there we have a 40-minute wait for our next train. Also, Aberdeen station is very pretty, especially in the sunshine.
Go to the Highland boundary fault.
What do you reckon that is?
A fault line, I would guess. Tectonic plate, fault line. Maybe not a tectonic plate, but an area where things are at fault. Can we go to the open air swimming pool? Can we go to the Stonehaven beach? Don Natter Woods, the Market Square? Sea cliffs there look like there might be puffins. There's a castle!
So then he texts me, I said, no, I don't know where they're going, what are they doing? And he says, all the stations, 2,563 stations. They've only got about 50 to go.
We're coming into Arbroath. We're here to meet someone. And I can see him waving at me now. And he's waving at me, and he's waving at me. And who remembers this young man.
Hello.
This is John, who was in our Cleethorpes pilot video. Took us to the Cleethorpes Light Railway. He's not from Cleethorpes, he's from Arbroath, and you're in charge of which railway?
Kerr's Miniature Railway. I'm not wearing the fleece today.
What's your surname?
Kerr, K-E-R-R.
It's your family's railway.
Yeah.
We're here to look at John's railway.
Absolutely.
Hey John!
Hello.
We're at Kerr's Miniature Railway, and we've been let back. I keep saying backstage like it's a theatre, but into the bothy. You called it a bothy, John. Tell us first of all a little bit about the railway. How long has it been here? A little bit about the history.
Well, the rail was built in 1935 by my grandfather, and it goes, I suppose, even further back than that. To when he was a little boy. He was brought up on a dairy farm in Dundee. He somehow caught the bug, that railway bug that we all know and love actually, and he started collecting models. These models over the years grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until one day there was one big enough he could actually ride on. That was 7¼ inch gauge, and it was him in his early 20s around the farm. He laid some track around the farm in 1934, started giving rides, and it was then he decided that, oh, I want to do this full time. I want to you know, find a place to build a railway. He put out a letter to all the local councils, Arbroath District Town Council at the time being one of them. They said, we've got a lovely little patch of land for you in Westlinks Park, Arbroath. Come and build a railway. So in 1935 the railway was built, and it's been here ever since. It's very rare to have people who've been in there since, their family's been there since the very beginning. Yeah, it's lovely to be a part of it, and we'll do our best keeping the railway going as a voluntary organisation, not for profit purpose, for as long as possible.
You said your grandfather caught the railway bug. You've got the railway bug, would you say?
I certainly do. I believe railway bug is certainly something that a lot of us don't know we actually have until later on in life. Some of us catch it as little children and annoy our parents for years and years and years. It runs in the blood, you know, almost thicker than blood at railways, certainly with myself. That's why I'd be classed as being a railway bug, and I'm sure you know an awful lot of people who've got it, as do I, and yeah, you know, when you're talking away to somebody else who's got a railway bug, I think I used the term before also, to be a puffer nutter. I'm not quite a puffer nutter, that's more like an anorak. I'm not that, you know, they're sort of train enthusiasts, whereas I'm a railway enthusiast, so I sort of have an understanding and a love for railways, but I'm not, you know, I'm not sort of taking every single number and commenting on it.
I'm completely breaking the fourth wall of the. I'm doing a really good job. I'm doing my two-way.
And you could tell what it was without
you
looking.
did. I was going to say that.
Yeah, but I didn't go out and look at it, and I didn't take its number, and I would go out and wave to the train, and usually that's what we must catch. They will give us a nice little toot on the horn.
But see, I'd like to say I'm not a puffer nutter.
I've never heard that.
It's a great expression. It's a great expression. But I do like a railway.
Yeah.
But I don't.
And you're not an anorak.
I don't want to write down
even though
numbers,
you're wearing one.
even though I'm wearing my. I don't.
It's an ironic item.
Yeah. I don't want to write down the number of a loco. Unbelievably, John is such a nice man. He volunteers. We need our bags. John, who is it you volunteer for?
The Coast Guard.
And a call just came in your pager. That's your bag. That's my bag. You've got to go respond to your call.
I'm really sorry.
See you, John.
I'll catch you later.
See you, John. Seriously, John volunteers for the Coast Guard, and his beeper just went off mid-interview.
Water.
Drama, thanks for water. Go, dude, go save lives. Go save lives. I'm not even kidding. miniature railway is also, by climbing on the footbridge, is immediately by the main line going to Aberdeen. Right, the call's come in.
Yep.
John's on his way back.
Yep.
We're going to go meet him.
Yep.
And you get to go do something now which you've wanted to do for quite a while. And that's to go and meet the station that's named after a 70s soul singer. It's time to go to Barry White. Barry Links!
This is the edge of Carnoustie, being famed for its golf.
And is that why there are railway stations here, for the golf courses?
So that's certainly why golf streets there.
But Links is a golfing term.
There's another golf course which we'll just pass in very shortly, which is Barry Golf Club. So presumably it could be a station. It's just down here.
Oh, and the barriers are down, so there's a train about to go through. So we've got to Barry Links. Well, what's interesting is that when we arrived in the car, the barrier gates are down, the trains come through, and the gates are still down, but that's because, oh, there's another train coming. But the gates have come down way in advance. As John just pointed out, the platforms used to go on a lot further, but also there used to be a whole other platform here. You can see here, this is the edge of what was an abandoned platform. But yeah, it gets one train in the morning, going that way, and one train in the evening going that way, and we're going to be on the train going that way in about an hour and a half's time. What do you think?
What do you think?
Of Barry and Monsieur Link. First name.
Why is he French?
First name Barry. I don't know.
I don't think he's French. Barry's going up. Pretty cool.
Sorry.
Good bridge.
Sorry, the barriers or the barriers?
It's bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Is it quaint?
Yes. It's sort of middling on the quaint scale. You do that. Down there. Down there. Oh, we also stopped at Balmossie too.
Made it to Invergowie. What's in the distance?
The Tay Bridge.
It's the Tay Bridge.
That's a pretty good view. Look at that.
This train is for Carnoustie.
We are at Carnoustie. That's the end of our day. How was your day?
It was good. I got
Thanks.
to go on a miniature steam train.
Just have to say thanks to John. Come in, John. Come in. Wave goodbye.
Bye.
Right. Also, Gary and Chris turned up. They just turned up. Bye. Thanks. Not long left to go. Bye.
Bye.
It looks easy on a map. It's just a simple. It sort of looks like someone's face with a man's nose coming out. Not my nose. My nose is pointing. This is a. I'm going to stop talking now.